Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. The Stratego website is still working despite the fact that it is February 13th. So today we're going to be playing a game against this player here. Quite a lot of games, negative ratio, nearly 15,000 games, so I'm expecting more of a lotto blitz. So I will have to be on the lookout for that. But hopefully this game goes well, and there is nothing too crazy going on. So this is my standard setup that I usually will use against players of about this caliber. So I plan to advance in the center primarily, like I usually do, and open up the center so that pieces can access the sides either way. So of course I'll just let him take that scout. You can have that if he wants. Bomb there, so that makes sense because he's only moving on the left and right so far. But there is no bomb next to it, just a bomb in the center. So, okay. I'm going to put that captain there. Take that. Sergeant. Okay, well that's good. I'll hit that as well. Captain trade. Okay, very good. I didn't figure he would have something, all that valuable right here next to a bomb. So I figured it was probably worth it to hit with a captain. He's going to use a scout on my miner there. I'll go ahead and keep advancing with this sergeant, and I'll put it right there. Maybe he hits it with something important, or just a lieutenant. That's pretty annoying. But, oh well. So I'll go ahead and put a major here. I'll hit that for info. He's only got one piece backing it. Could be a colonel, which would be not the best info. Anything else would be good, whether it's general, marshal, or one of these pieces. Colonel would be not ideal. I'm going to do that. Interesting, okay. So I'm going to leave that there for now, but we're going to bring up a scout. Well, I'll go ahead and hit this then. Just keep going for info. Okay. Interesting, so he's just going to opt to suicide it on my piece. That's fine. I'll go ahead and run back. I'll test it with the miner. It might be a major of his. Colonel, okay. It's good to know then. Another bomb there. That's another good info piece there. So we know his colonel, and there's another bomb. So I wonder what happens if I come up with my colonel. Trade scouts there, that's fine. I'm going to bring out a scout. I plan to advance with my colonel, so I'm just going to bring out a scout to be there for the spy. I'll hit that with my captain, by the way. Yeah, that was just a junk piece. So I'm up a lieutenant and a sergeant and down a minor. This is his colonel here. I'm going to do that. Okay, that's better than nothing, I guess. Retreat back here. Okay, so that tells me that this isn't a good piece, or else he would have, tried to threaten my colonel, I think. But here's his colonel sitting here. I'm going to back that with my colonel, actually, rather than retreating. He's probably going to hit this with what's probably a worthless piece, but that's okay. I'm going to cover up my colonel, just don't want him to scout it and get that easy info. I'll scout it. Minor, okay, so nothing important. So I was right that it was not a good piece. I'm actually going to hit this because he let my colonel move next to this piece. I don't feel that he would have a marshal or general next to a bomb. Okay, he does. Interesting. Okay. Pretty interesting placement there to be next to those bombs like that. But let's see, I'm up a lieutenant, up a minor, and up a sergeant, down a colonel, and I know his general. Marshal would have been a little bit nicer, but I know his general, so I think we're in pretty good shape right now. His colonel is here, so I'm going to probably advance with my colonel now. Okay, so he's going to scout me. That's fine, because he'll waste a scout on not very important of a piece. So I'll be sure to retreat that. And I'm going to have to guard it with my major here. We know his colonel, and we know his general. He's not advancing much on this side. It's really weird that he has a bomb in the center when this actually is his stronger side over here. But colonel, and then general. It really is quite interesting. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm going to hit that. I don't think it's the marshal, and I don't think it's his second colonel either. Very good. So he was trying to bluff me there, and I called it, which is good for me. So we have his general and his colonel that we know. Again, that'll just result in that. That's fine. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to bluff the spy as the marshal if I can. Okay. Okay. So I figured that would probably be a trade, but I didn't want to risk hitting it. But I was going to let him assume the risk of this being a good piece here. Now that we've traded that, I have a good info advantage knowing his colonel and gen. So I'm going to want to come out with my major then. Okay, he's going to use a lieutenant to find out my colonel. That's good. I'm going to guard it like that. Try to bluff my spy being there. I don't think he'll take it. Might be worth to scout it, though. Marshal. Good scout indeed. So he believed my bluff. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, that works for me. I'm going to bring this major out just in case, but I think he's going to try to trade colonels. Yeah, he's going to trade colonels, which is fine with me. Did this piece move? Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe this didn't move. Wow, okay. I was almost certain that moved, but a little bit unfortunate I gave away that info. But, oh well, I guess. Might have a bombed off side there, but that is his second bomb that we know. Well, that was easy enough, okay. He was so sold on that being my spy that he just waltzed right in, and of course that was to his detriment. Yeah, so that was just too easy. That's just him blowing up whatever. Alright, so pretty good spy bluff. I could tell when he didn't take it the first time with his marshal that he was pretty certain the spy was there. And it was logical for me to guard that with my spy anyway. But he was overly confident then and just waltzed right in with his marshal. So that led to a pretty easy win after that. Alright, so pretty good game. Almost hit my general on that bomb, which would have been a bit scary. But good game. And went pretty well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.